Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about a story writing in writing section. You can recall the class in class 8. The name of the lesson was Glimpses of the Past. Perhaps you have seen this picture, you can recall this picture. This will be helpful for your story writing. See this picture carefully. You can see a well in which there is a fox. What has been written here? See this. Fox accidentally falls into a well. Okay. In second picture you can see the fox thinks, how can I get out of here? Yes. In third picture, there is a goat outside of the well. Perhaps the goat is asking to fox, hello, is this water sweet? You can think the goat is thirsty. What is the answer? The fox said, too sweet. What is too sweet? The water is too sweet, too sweet. I have had so much, I might faint. Then the goat jumps into the water of the well, says, let me taste it. When the goat comes in the well, in next picture, you can see the goat is drinking water. Fox climbs on her back and jumps out of the well. And you can see in the last picture, the goat is thinking that my mother used to say, be careful. How you take the advice of people who don't know. Dear children, perhaps this picture will be helpful to write a story. This is called pictorial inputs to write a story. You can see some pictures. Where is the fox? I think you can easily say the fox is inside the well. Yes. Next question is there. How did it happen? You can say it happened accidentally. Next question. What is the fox thinking? The fox is thinking how to get out of the well. Next question is there for you. Who is the visitor? Yes, the goat is the visitor, you can say. Next question. What does she want to know? She wants to know if the water is sweet. Next question. What is the fox reply? The fox reply is that the water is too sweet and she might faint. Next question. What happens next? The goat jumps into the water. Next question. Where is the goat? The goat is in the well now. Where is the fox now? The fox is out of the well now. And last question. What is the goat thinking? The goat is thinking to come out of the well. You can see a question. Write the story in your own words. Give it a title. This is very important for a story writing. You have to write a title. Never forget. This is your duty. Whenever you are told to write a story, you have to write the title of the story. Now you can see, you can, all the questions and answers are there in your mind. It means you understand the picture. You can think about probable questions and their answers. Now you are ready to write the title of the story and the story of about the pictures. What is the title? The fox and the goat. You can write other title. A very clever fox. Yes. So you can think other titles also. And you can write easily your story. Once a fox falls into a well. Or you can say in past tense, once a fox fell into a well. He tries again and again to come out, but he failed. A goat came there. He was thirsty. The goat asked the fox about water. The fox said that the water was too sweet. The goat jumped into the water and began to drink water. The fox got a chance and climbed on the back of the goat and came out of the well. The fox thanked the goat and ran away. Now the goat was thinking about his rescue in the well. Dear children, I have shown you this story because you have already studied this story. in your class 8. Perhaps this will help you to write a story. But this question is asked in different ways. Now you are a student of class 9 and you can see it. Other question to write the story. There is a question before you. Meeta started writing a story, but after some time she could not complete it as she lost interest. Complete her story on the basis of the beginning given below. There was a forest. Beyond that, there was a vast sandy area, a big desert. Two persons, husband and his wife, were walking on this hot sand. The woman had a small infant in her hand. Suddenly, from somewhere, one eagle flew over them, and what happened? You can easily think. Give a title to the story too, and the word limits should be 150 to 200 words. First of all, try to understand the inputs which has been given to you, and you can think easily about the plot of the story. So you can start now. There was a forest, and you can see the same thing has been written, because in the question Meeta had started to writing a story, but after some time she could not complete it as she lost interest. It means you have to complete this story which Meeta had started to write. Yes. So you can write 2-3 lines which were written by Meeta. The same thing has been given here. There was a forest. Beyond that, there was a vast sandy area, a big desert. Two persons, a husband and his wife, were walking on this hot sand. The woman had a small infant in her hand. Suddenly, from somewhere, an eagle flew over them, and something fell upon them. Both were amazed to see that it was a diamond necklace that had landed on them. They could not believe their eyes. They were alone on the Coromandel beach, and there was no sign of any jewelry shop or any human settlement nearby. They tried their best not to touch that, but found that they had to. It is a diamond necklace. The wife cheered. That was exactly what she said. They searched everywhere, if they could find the owner of the necklace, if they were honest person, then they picked it up and reached the nearest police station. Before going home, the lady stumbled into the room only to find that a strange situation had developed there. A rich businessman was there to lodge an FIR for the precious piece of jewelry. Its cost was 50 lakhs. He was very grateful to the couple for bringing that necklace and awarded them a cash prize of 1 lakh rupees. Title: The Coromandel Beach. Yes. Now you can see and another question asked in CBC examination 2012. Construct and see the question. Construct an interesting story by using the idea given below imaginatively in about 150 to 200 words. What is input for you? Going to the forest was not my idea. It was my brother's idea. Yes. Now you had an idea to start your story means two brothers were there and both of them went to the forest. You can copy the same line. Going to the forest was not my idea. It was my brother's idea to spend an evening in a forest. Never forget to write the title of your story. Now you can start the story. It was going to rain as the clouds looked dark and rainy. I could see the rain moving across the area and I could smell it in the air. But instead of turning homewards, my brother Rahul pushed our way forward through the leaves and brambles that grew across the forest path. I had heard the sound of rushing water at the bottom of the hill. When I saw the thundering clouds, I wanted to run home. I feared that it would rain black and blue. It began to rain, but we did not stop to take shelter. We immediately turned back, but the path was not so simple. We tried to run all the way home, but it was very dark and our torch stopped working. I was not sure whether we could reach home safely or not. Suddenly a flash was seen. I started shouting madly. A woodcutter was standing a few yards away from us. He had come there in search of good quality of food. Since he knew the area, he helped us in reaching home. We finally slipped in through the back door of our house without being noticed. Dear children, you can see a different, other kind of question, other kind of input. This is third example for you. I was walking with my dog last night when I saw a strange light. I wondered if it could be a UFO. What is UFO? Unidentified foreign object. Remember this? Unidentified foreign object. You can say it a celestial body. Complete the story in about 150 to 200 words using the hints below. Your own idea and the idea from the unit mystery. Perhaps you have heard the story of UFOs. People say they are the people of other planets. You know, the people of our planet go to other planets to know whether there is life or not. So this is possible that people of other planets may come to our planet in the same way, and they are known as UFOs. So there are some hints for you. A strange light in the sky. A large flying saucer that may be called a spaceship. Alien creatures. Creatures means people of other planets. Strange features, suspicious moments. Your reaction. Now no place for disbelief. This is your title. Never forget to write the title of the story. What I remember most about the summer of 2014 is not the summer vacation, but that night when I met a strange friend. It was yesterday's night when I was walking with my dog. After walking for about 10 minutes, I noticed something strange in the sky. I was surprised, not afraid, to find a large flying saucer. Saucer is a spaceship flying over the city. I ran in the same direction. I clumsily dragged my dog. My eyes were wide with surprise when I saw the UFO landed in a park near to the street. I hid myself to observe the activities of those aliens. Soon I saw that some strange creatures came out of it. I could not believe my eyes. The aliens had a long face, having large, enormous eyes. Their height was only 3 to 4 inch, or no, sorry, 4 feet. I followed them, but they disappeared. I searched for them, but all the efforts went in vain. As I half listened to my dog, who could hardly be silent, walking next to me, what caught my attention was a strange noise. I turned back and saw the aliens returning to their spacecraft. Soon, the spaceship roared, and there was only a light sound, and then it flew away. It was a short encounter, but I will never forget it. Dear children, be careful about this input. Now you can see question number 4. On the basis of the clues given below, write a short story in about 150 to 200 words. You can see this input. This will help you. My Mr. Chatterjee, rich man. His darling grandson fell sick. Engaged best doctors. Post-operation medicine not available. Searched for the drug. Result negative. Went to Mother Teresa's ashram. Mother looked into his eyes. Helpless state. Poorest of the poor. Money could not help. Mother helped. Paid thanks. Dear children, inputs are there for your help, and you can think about a good title. In the question, you have not been told to write the title, but this is my suggestion that you never forget to write the title of the story. Yes. The title of the story is Selfless Service, where the vision in 1 year. Cultivate flowers, where the vision is 10 years. Cultivate trees. Where the vision is eternity. Cultivate people. These dialogues are very important. You must remember this. The Oriental saying emphasizes the importance of cultivating people. There are some people who show their love by praying to God. But the best way to show Him our love is to love our fellow beings. One such person was Mother Teresa. She was a great soul whose heart was full of nothing but compassion for the people and needy people. Her selfless service among the destitute and diseased is a story of courage and sacrifice. It was June 1999 when Mr. Chatterjee's grandson Rohit fell sick. Mr. Chatterjee was a rich man of our area, and Rohit was his only grandson. All the best doctors were engaged for the treatment of Rohit. After 1 week treatment, the Doctors decided to operate him. Although the operation was successful, yet the post-operation medicines were found nowhere. They searched for the drugs at every medical store, but the medicines were out of stock. It was like a thunderclap. Mr. Chatterjee was helpless. He went to Mother Teresa's ashram. He met the mother who looked into his eyes. She said, all life is sacred. All are God's children and have the right to get love and care. Fortunately, the medicines were arranged by Nirmal Hriday Home. Mr. Chatterjee had no words to pay. Thanks to this angel, he was eternally grateful to her. Dear children, there is another example. This is very important for you. You can see I peeked at my watch. It was exactly 12 midnight. I had missed the last bus home, and hence I had walked for almost an hour. Thank God, home was just a few kilometers away. Suddenly, complete the story in any suitable way in about 150 to 200 words. Give a suitable title to your story. Dear children, it is clear to you that you have to write the story in 150 to 200 words. Yes. Second thing is that you have to give a title to your story. Never forget these two things. After all, you have to imagine your story as per your question, what the situation is before you. And last fourth is be careful about your grammar. Your story should be correct grammatically. Now you can see this story. I peeked at my watch. It was exactly 12 midnight. I had missed the last bus home, and hence I had walked for almost an hour. Thank God. Home was just a few kilometers away. Suddenly, my mobile phone rang. It was my mother. After talking for a minute, she said that she would send my brother to take me home. I was not able to see anything in the pitch darkness. Suddenly, I heard a cracking noise after me. It was followed by a plop sound. I jumped with a fright. Was it a thief? No, it was not. I could see someone moving in the darkness wearing a white sari. It was an old woman. As I looked closely, I found her feet did not touch the ground. A ghost? I screamed in horror. There was a sound which scared me. I tried to shout and cry, but I was choked and the sound would not come out. I felt one hand on my shoulder. I was feeling suffocated. To my relief, I heard my brother was calling me. I turned back and saw him standing next to me. He asked why I was so afraid. I could not explain to him. After 10 minutes, I was at my home. I could not believe it was a dream with open eyes. Dear children, in different ways, such kind of questions may be asked to you in your examination. So, you should be careful. Now, there are some questions for you. You have to do this. Yes, you can read these questions by yourself. Try to write. And in exercise number 4, the same thing is there for you. The stag and the home, his horns. The stag and his horns. Perhaps you have studied this story in class 7th. You can remember there was a stag and how he saves him from a hunter. So you have to do this homework by yourself. I think you will be successful. Thank you, children.